Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yamkela Manya YouTube channel. It's been a crazy, crazy is an understatement. It's been a wild day. It's been a havoc. The TL has gone mental. Everything is upside down. You remember me yesterday what I said on the last video I uploaded? I said Riebero has posted on his Instagram that is on his way back. He posted something coming back soon, and yeah, we all got excited, right? Guess what? This morning, no, not this morning. This afternoon, we hear from Lorenzo Coley, the Itiski journalist, that the Riebero has actually taken Mamelodi Sundowns to FIFA. Yeah, he has taken Mamelodi Sundowns to FIFA. Isn't that just lovely? Lovely, not in a way that I enjoy it, but lovely in a way that how contradicting am I? Because just yesterday this guy had posted coming back soon. And I thought he's coming back to Mamelodi Sundowns to fix all our issues. Apparently this guy is coming back soon to play football, but not for Mamelodi Sundowns. It's a disaster, guys. I don't want to laugh, but how the hell did this happen? If my memory serves me correct, guys, Riebero was an unknown player in Belgium 2 years ago, or a year ago. I think it was a year ago. No, 2 years ago. We had went to Belgium to play some friendlies, and we scouted that guy. He was a fisherman in Belgium. He was broke. His entire country didn't even know he was a football player. Yeah, he's from Brazil. That entire day she didn't know he was a football player, but guess what today? He is taking us to FIFA. Why? Apparently we do not want to release him. Like, isn't there something in football called a release clause? And don't footballers sign on the contract where they see what is their release clause? Isn't a football contract binding for the player and for the club? Imagine had we had said, look, Riebero, we don't want you anymore at Mamelodi Sundowns. You can go, and we're not gonna pay you the remaining fee that we had agreed on the contract, on the initial contract. How will that be? But he has the full right to take us to FIFA because you do not want to release him for the amount that we feel is not enough for us. Yeah, that was had happened. But guys, let's read. Yeah, let's read the statement. Here is the statement from the journalist Lorenzo. Lucas Ribeiro Costa is attempting to terminate his contract at Mamelodi Sundowns. In quotation mark, I believe that I have just cause to terminate my contract with Mamelodi Sundowns, which I will explain before the FIFA Football Tribunal. Yeah, the Brazil is represented by the Duport Hissal law firm, who are currently handling the highly profile Diarra ruling. If you don't know Diarra's last Diarra used to play for Chelsea and then he went on Real Madrid. There's a joke Jose Mourinho once made that the grey hair he has is because of Lance Diarra's age, and look, that guy is as difficult as a hard nut to crack. So Riebero has taken that law firm to FIFA against Mamelodi Sundowns. Apparently we are holding him hostage. Yeah, Mamelodi Sundowns is no longer a football club. We are a prison, mate. That's what we are. We are a prison. We hold people against their will. Because look, there are three things which people don't like. It's school, and everyone in school wears a uniform, but the teachers do not wear a uniform, right? One. And Mamelodi Sundowns players are old enough to be in a high school. So Mamelodi Sundowns cannot be a school. Number two, what else do I know that people wear uniform and they do not like to be in it? A prison. Yeah, a prison. Prisoners wear a certain uniform which matches them all together, and the prison guards wear a certain uniform which matches them together. So when you look at the Mamelodi Sundowns situation, the players, they have a training kit, they have a playing kit. The coaches, they have a training kit and a match kit. I'll call it a match kit because it's something which they have to wear when they go to the field and sit on the bench to disassociate themselves from the players, to be able for you to be able to see who are the coaches and who are the players. So that's what we are. We are a prison, mate. That's what we are. And Cardoso is probably the head of the prison. Yeah. And Flemming Berg, he's the head of the district, I would call him, because he's the one who's controlling the head of the prison. Because you cannot... Wow, how else can I explain it? Litagwa said that in a transfer request he wants to be gone. Mutau has went AWOL. He feels like he's not being paid enough. Masako is an influencer writing long paragraphs on Instagram. I don't know what for. And now we have this situation of Riebero. How are we different from a prison? Because we're basically holding people hostage against their will. Yeah, we're holding people hostage against their will. Literally, no player now wants to play for Mamelodi Sundowns. And I'm quite sure. Do you remember in January the rumors regarding Umkulis? Just a few weeks, a few days ago, not even weeks, few days ago, we had to let go of Lush because he also didn't want to be at Mamelodi Sundowns. And I'm speaking to you now. Rumors are that Miami is in Egypt to meet with Simba because today he's going to meet up with Simba for the first time, and Simba is in Egypt for the preseason. We have literally become a prison, guys. We're literally holding people hostage against their will. Look, I'm not a big fan of Urulani, but has anything like this happened under Urulani? I'm not sure. I am 100% not sure if something like this has happened to Urulani. But it doesn't end there. Mamelodi Sundowns have also released a statement. Yeah, let's get into the statement. It goes like this, but I'm not gonna read the entire statement part, but we can go. Mamelodi Sundowns' success is based on its deep commitment to the development, growth, and financial sustainable of the club's players. You get that? And then they further go on and say, the success and achievement of Mamelodi Sundowns over the past 2 decades has been based on its deep commitment to the development, growth, and financial stability of the club's players. Sundowns has made a significant investment in its youth academies and in developing and training boys and girls football players to represent the club, the South African and other national teams in competitions on the African continent and globally. It further goes on and says, look, I'm gonna read the last part because this thing is long. The players, technical team, management, board, and the chairman of Mamelodi Sundowns, Topo Mutsepe, that's the son of the chairman, are all motivated and inspired to compete and succeed in all competitions in South Africa and on the continental African and on the African continent. What does that mean? It means that that story of Lucas Riebero going to FIFA tribunal is actually true. We have literally been played by Riebero. The guy has just run through us. And I'm sure his entire Brazilian entourage is watching this. Do you know what's going to happen next? Do you see how good Silas is becoming now? He's going to be next. No, Ayanda is never going anywhere. You can be rest assured. Ayanda is not good enough to even leave the South African league. This is where he's going to end up. The moment we release him, he's just going to be like Sereno. He's going to find another club here in South Africa. So be rest assured. Do not even worry about Ayanda. He's not. I don't even feel like he's good enough to be playing for Mamelodi Sundowns game in, game out. But yeah, people will kill me for that statement. But we're still on Riebero. So Riebero, the guy we got broke, poor, unknown, is literally now saying we are holding him back to fulfill his full potential. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah, guys. Okay, we move from that story. Yeah, we have heard about Zwane. Yeah, guys. Apparently, it is what I feared it could be. Zwane's injury is a groin strain, and the coach has said it's somewhere around 2 months. That's 8 weeks. Yeah. So hopefully it's a grade 1. Yeah, hopefully it's a grade 1. But I think they're not yet 100% sure because he had the word of possible in 8 weeks. So it means they could still be checking if it's a grade 1 or a grade 3. Look, it's going to be painful. The guy is going to miss our international games against Nigeria and Lesotho, which will be played in next month in summer, which Hugo Bros Matala has already released his Premier League squad just like an hour ago. We will get into that a bit later. So that's the thing about Zwane. My heart goes to him. I wish him a speedy recovery. I wish for him to come back and play. He's our GOAT. We love that guy. We love him more than anything. And we want him to retire at Mamelodi Sundowns, but we don't want him to retire like this on injuries. We want him to play one full season, maybe next season, then he can retire, because I feel like now he's going to keep on getting injuries. I don't know. And whoever is bewitching the guy, whoever is using dark magic on the guy, please, man, please, just stop. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. She's a good player, has done nothing wrong to anyone. Just let the guy play 2 full seasons at Mamelodi Sundowns, and then you can continue bewitching him, because this is not normal, man. The guy has just been out for the entire season last season, and this season there's a possibility, because I can promise you, if he comes back after 2 months, that's going to be what? September, October, that's going to be around November. And in December, we already have the AFCON. Do you think Hugo Bros is going to take him? Look, he has called him on this preliminary squad, but do you think he's going to call him in December? I am not sure. Because I'm quite 100% sure Cardoso is going to do to Zwane what he's exactly doing to Mtobi Val at the moment. Mtobi is not playing. Mtobi has been fit since last season around May, but he hasn't played even to this day. Yeah, so hard luck to Mshishi, and we wish him a speedy recovery and come back strong, my man. Yeah, come back strong. So on Cardoso, yeah, we have to touch on Cardoso. Cardoso is setting up players for failure, guys. What it did yesterday, I went back and watched an entire game. Look, there have been players which we have been calling for. Like, look, play this guy, play this guy, play this. But you don't do what it did yesterday. You don't just put them all at the same time while knowing that they haven't played together for a while. And then after that, you put some players in certain position where you know they're not going to perform. What it did to Opas. What it did to Opas yesterday was disrespectful, was uncalled for, and should not be tolerated by any other player. You cannot take Opas and play him as a right centre back. What are you trying to do? Why are you trying to sabotage him like that? Against a team which you know exactly that they have fast-paced runners. What it did yesterday was uncalled for and disrespectful to Opas. Yeah, we have been calling him for him to play, but you don't do that to him. You don't do that. Number 2, what it did to this guy, Adams. Playing Adams while knowing that we do not have an attacking midfield, setting him up to be the player who's going to be attacking midfield. Again, you set him up against the fans. What you did there was uncalled for, and it was rude. Number 3, Mabena. Yeah, I know many of us have been calling for Mabena to play and whatnot. But if you're gonna play Mabena with your first team. Drop Tashrik and play Mabena, then let's see if it does perform or not. Don't then say, why is Tashrik never playing with that team? Well, why doesn't he play with that team? Why? It's because you exactly know that he's never going to perform at the highest level that he's performing when he's playing against the first team. Because when he plays against the first team, he has people to protect him. But you played Mabena on that team, and you played Pasadena as a midfield. Yeah, that's Cardoso for us. That guy is an agent who has come to South Africa to destroy not only Mamelodi Sundowns, but the South African football national team. Yeah, that's what he came here to do. To destroy us, and he's doing a very good job. Yeah, we move from him. I don't want to even spend more time on that guy, because the reason many players want to leave now is because they feel like this guy is unfairly treating them. We had a big squad under Rulani, under Mangoba, under Pito Musiman. We never had an issue where all players wanted to leave. We never had such a situation where all players wanted to leave. Everyone wants to go. Everyone wants to go. Wow, what could that be? What could be the issue for that? We move from that. Another thing that which is happening, I think, is the Hugo Bros. Yeah, his name is Premier League squad. out of the, I think it's 30 something players, we got 11. But yeah, but I think out of that 11 he's going to remove Zwane when he names his final squad, and I think we'll be left with 10. Any surprises from the squad? Nope, no surprises. But I see also called in Sibisi, but I think Sibisi from Orlando Paris is also injured. So I don't know. Yeah, he also called in Pelegas that Orlando Paris defend. I feel like that guy is not a good footballer. But let's see. I can never question. You see, if there's one guy in South African football I can never question when it comes to selection, it's Hugo Bros. Like, that guy has taken that national team from lowest of the lowest to where it is now, where everyone is just looking forward to watch Bafana Bafana. I remember a time when we couldn't even get 10,000 people in the field to watch our national football team. But today we get sold out. Today there are people who won't even afford the ticket against the Nigerian team because the demand is so high that they've increased the price of the ticket. Yeah, because basic economics. The higher the demand, the higher the demand, the higher the supply. Therefore, the price has to also go up. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, guys. Love. Oh, something I forgot. Apparently today it's Flemming Berg's birthday. Yeah, what do I have to say? Sorry, I know this is a family channel, family video. I do not mean to do any of this, but since it's Flemming Berg's birthday, let me rather do it. Flemming Berg, hold that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified once a new video has been uploaded. Love you guys.